Okay, this is gonna be hard. Alright, hello fellow Subnautica gamers. In this video, I'm going to convince you that the Air Bladder, one of the most universally known useless items of any video game, is actually not useless. So grab some filtered water, maybe even a few cured peepers, but most importantly, leave your common sense behind, because this video quite possibly could shatter your perception of the known universe, and you may just end up discovering that the Earth is actually flat along the way. The Air Bladder is one of the most useful tools in Subnautica. In fact, I may even go as far as calling it the best. But to put how good the Air Bladder truly is into perspective, let me put it this way. If I were to count every good thing about the Air Bladder, I'd probably end up with a number close to the number of girls the average Discord mod talks to in their entire life. But obviously, if I were to go over every single great thing about the Air Bladder, this video would end up going on for like 10,000 milliseconds. So I'll just be going over the most substantial features that really make the Air Bladder shine. First of all, can we just talk about the phenomenal fact that the Air Bladder only costs silicon rubber and a bladderfish to make? I mean, considering how beneficial this item is, it's amazing how easily it can be obtained. Some may even say that the fact that you can craft it so early on in your playthrough completely breaks the game, as its overpoweredness just makes the player's oxygen supply while underwater negligible, both due to its ability to supply a plethora of oxygen to your oxygen tank, and as a result of the speed the player can ascend to the surface, even from the deepest of depths. This leads to the next noteworthy feature of the Air Bladder, the speed at which the player can ascend. If you've ever played Subnautica before, you know that swimming to the surface to refill your oxygen tank can take an eternity, and especially if you're exploring deep underwater, by the time you even come remotely close to reaching the surface, your snail's pace swimming speed results in you running out of oxygen and dying, which, you would probably agree, is bad for your health. If only there was an item that allowed you to swim upwards faster. Oh wait, there is. Just inflate the Air Bladder and you'll be able to reach the surface without even having to come close to dying. And that's not all, since the Air Bladder takes you to the surface just that much faster, you can get back to exploring without having to waste any time swimming upwards, and who wouldn't want to save 2 seconds of their life? Next, I have to remark on the fact that the Air Bladder can also be used to replenish a tremendous amount of oxygen within your oxygen tank. When gathering resources underwater, you've probably noticed how difficult it is to gather up all the materials before running out of oxygen. Alas, never fear, for the Air Bladder has you covered, as with just a click of a button, a whole 15 seconds of oxygen will be added to your oxygen tank, allowing you to catch your breath and continue gathering up resources without breaking a sweat. Moreover, I must also highlight another lesser known yet still incredibly useful feature of the Air Bladder, its ability to allow you to launch out of the water. When activated near the surface, the propulsion of the Air Bladder causes you to gracefully leap out of the water like a dolphin. This can be used to gain a higher vantage point, giving you a better view of your surroundings, which in turn grants you a better sense of the terrain and any potential threats in the area. Plus, why wouldn't you want to see miles upon miles of just ocean, but from marginally higher up? Finally, we come to the most important, most useful feature of the Air Bladder. Almost anyone who is against the Air Bladder can often be found saying that you're better off just using the Sea Glide, or the Sea Moth, or even just swimming normally, as there's basically no speed difference. However, they are all forgetting one key detail. The fact that, when using the Air Bladder, you don't have to hold down any buttons to travel upwards. No longer do you have to hold down the forward button to ascend, a task that is both time consuming and physically demanding, because all that is required from the player to use the Air Bladder is a single tap of the button. Also, holding down the forward button is for peasants. So next time you see someone using the Sea Glide or the Sea Moth, or just swimming to the surface by holding down the forward button, you can feel vastly superior with the knowledge that, if you were them, you just use the Air Bladder and tap a single button before kicking back and resting your fingers while allowing the Air Bladder to make your character ascend upwards for you. So yeah, there you have it. Clear, undeniable evidence that the Air Bladder is actually useful. Feel free to comment any other useful features of the Air Bladder that I've missed. Also, if you feel any other items are underrated but are actually really useful, comment that too. But that's it, so yeah, bye.